Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 120 on May the 2nd. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
2 days until Star Wars Day, Jody.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'm looking forward to the Bad Batch. I'm quite excited by it.
Yeah. So the Bad Batch is coming out on Tuesday, which is May 4th. May the 4th be with you, which is why it's Star Wars Day. Which is, it was started independently of Lucasfilm, I think. It wasn't like their idea. They didn't start it. It was, they basically sort of stole it. Much like Twitter and hashtags and @replies and things like that. That wasn't theirs either. They just stole it. And Lucas kind of embraced it. And now you can buy special Legos as well. I can't believe I used the word Legos. I meant Lego. Sorry. I apologize. I know. People say Legos as well, and it's just, Lego bricks. Actually, it's not Lego bricks, it's Lego system. You're supposed to call it Lego system.
Yes.
That's the correct name for it. Which is the series of interlocking bricks.
I think people know what Lego is.
I think people are turning off already. They're talking about Lego system. Jeez, oh.
They're explaining what Lego is. We know what Lego is. Jesus Christ.
Expensive mega blocks. That's what Lego is. Anyhow, controversial.
Do you remember Stickle bricks, though?
I do. I do remember Stickle
They
bricks.
were crap. It was almost like a kind of... They were like a you could brush your hair with them, couldn't you?
Who thought giving small children basically sort of combs, like multi-threaded combs with all the stuff that children have on their fingers is a good idea?
Yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea? They get food and poop and whatever.
They must be banned from every nursery now.
They've got to be.
They're basically COVID catchers.
COVID catchers, COVID sponges. That's all they are.
Yeah. So not dream catchers, COVID catchers. That's what they are.
Yeah,
Stickle
exactly.
Bricks.
Stickle bricks. I know, the worst.
Aye. Maybe back in the day, not these days, no.
No, not these days, no. And there was Meccano as well, and billow bricks as well. Do you remember billow bricks?
No.
Billow bricks were they were like wooden. They were wooden bricks with holes in them. They were basically, you know, those what do they call them? 1, 2, 3 blocks. You know that machinists have. They're basically, you know, those things. And you got little plastic bolts and stuff, and you could like bolt them together.
I do remember them.
They were great.
Yeah.
It was basically like wooden Meccano, effectively. For those of you listening in North America and people going, what? These are all the toys that we were exposed to when we were children that were to do with building.
Before we found technology.
That's right. And then after that, out went. Actually, no, it's not true. I still have Lego. In fact, I have several pieces of Lego, such as this one here.
Yeah, you're a fan, a big fan of.
I am a fan. I really like Lego
systems.
I like Lego. It's good. It's very near and dear to my heart, and I really enjoy Lego. It's very close to programming. That's why.
Yeah. Well, a lot of adults do it because it's quite kind of therapeutic and calming.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as people have got those adult colouring books and things like that now to sort of de-stress you at the end of the day.
I love how people take up art, right? Because I paint. I love how people take up art, because
portraiture. You should point out, as opposed to like houses.
Yeah. And I find it really calming. See the amount of canvases I've put my foot through and been in a rage because I can't. I was like, if you think painting's calming, you're not doing it right. That was back in the day. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
but, I did get pretty frustrated at times.
Much better now.
Why can I not do this? Pretty frustrating. Serene, calm.
Yeah.
No.
You should see some of my videos. There's been a few videos where I've on my other channel where I've got halfway through like a project of like making a game or something like that, and I'm going like, this is garbage. Bin the whole lot. That's it.
Honestly, it's like the character in Chewing the Fat. People
Yeah.
This is a Scottish sketch show. The guys that do, I think Still Games popular in Canada, isn't it? It's the same guys on Still Game.
Uh-huh.
And they used to have this guy who just went in a rage because he couldn't thread a needle or something or do something, and just wreck his whole house.
He does it. He does have a name.
Ronald Villiers is the actor that he plays. He's rubbish.
The character's name is Ballistic Bob.
Aye.
There you go.
But he's apparently based on the actual the actor, because he's like that in real life apparently.
Should we risk? Let's risk it. Why not?
A clip. Yeah,
let's risk a clip. I'm going to share the audio as well. So just to let people know what we've got here.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing. Go full screen.
Yeah, is that us?
Yeah, go for it. I think we've all been here. For the podcasters, we're watching a video of a guy going into a rage because of something slowly downloading. It's absolutely wrecking the room. Was that an advert for Broadband Scotland? There's actually a guy I remember. Do you remember seeing there's a clip? Sorry, we're totally digressing here. We will get to the juice.
We'll get to the news and stuff in a minute.
But there was a video of a guy, and it was like CCTV footage, and he was trying to print something, and it wouldn't work, and he ended up ripping up his monitor and then put it into the scanner and pressing scan instead. Totally raging, and the other office workers are looking around going, "What the hell's happened to Bob?" Jesus.
There's a I don't know if it's fake or not, but there's a guy working in a cube and there's like a CCTV camera, and he just picks up his keyboard and just like baseball bats his monitor, like wham.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Should we?
Been there.
We have, yeah. Should we do the news?
Oh yes.
Oscars were last week. Maybe you missed them. And we tried very unsuccessfully to watch the Oscars. But we were watching it together. Straight after the podcast, we decided to watch the Oscars. We watched The World's Most Boring Man in a white tuxedo. How long was it? How long was that gentleman on? It was best foreign film, wasn't it? I think.
I don't even remember, but I just remember thinking soon there's going to be a hook coming out off camera onto camera and getting around his neck and dragging him off.
He went on for so long, and I have no idea what he said because the feed was like not very good. So I have no idea what he said.
It's quite surreal what he was. But anyway, I don't know.
Was it?
Yeah, we got a feed on YouTube, didn't we? Somehow.
Yeah, and then
we managed to watch the same one.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes in, and then the old banhammer came down from Disney Enterprises, and cut it off, which is a shame because
But it was probably quite good for me because it was pretty late, and I had to go to my bed.
Yeah, I tried to watch it, but the TV upstairs doesn't get ABC, which is a bit disappointing. So I was trying to watch the rest of it, but it's a bunch of let's face it, rich people giving out gold statues, so
backslapping.
Exactly, yeah. For the people in the stalls, clap your hands, and for those of you in the boxes, rattle your jewelry, as John Lennon once said.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had predictions about which people would win and which people would not win, and we were sort of right on some of them.
We weren't too bad, yeah.
So I'm gonna share my screen on this one here. So the first thing that we were right on was Best Actor, because we said it would be Chadwick Boseman, and we were completely wrong. It was in fact this gentleman here.
I said I hope it's Anthony Hopkins, but I thought I bet it's probably going to be Chadwick.
It's probably going to be Chadwick, and I said it was going to be Chadwick because I thought they would give him a posthumous Oscar. They did not give him a posthumous Oscar. They did, in fact.
But they did put that.
To,
but they did put that category. They did put that category at the end, though, as if, and everybody said, as if oh, they've put it at the end because it can be Chadwick, and they'll put a wee tribute to him. They didn't.
Oh, really?
Because normally it's Best Picture at the end.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Best Picture was quite early.
So I don't know if that was meant or what. I don't know. A bit weird.
I thought so when we tuned into the Oscars. I thought it was in a different venue. Obviously, it wasn't. I think because it's normally it's in the Chinese theater or somewhere else anyway, which is much bigger than where the current Oscars was. It looked like the set of Chicago with the lights turned up. You know that bit where they go to the kind of speakeasy, that bit, and they've got all these like tables and chairs. It looked like they were at a roast. Is what they looked like.
It did look like a kind of speakeasy type thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice looking place. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it looked like it looked like the Copacabana. I half expected what's her face to come out and start singing, doing the merengue.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow, yes. It's not who I thought it was. Okay. So that was best actor in the leading role. So good start. Best director, I said it would be Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and of course it was Chloe Zhao. You said Dave Fincher, and I said it would be Nomadland because it is a fantastic movie,
which I have watched now.
Yeah, and not only is it a fantastic movie, but it also picked up a Best Actress award for Frances McDormand and Best Picture.
Yes,
and that's the other category that I predicted would be Best Picture would be Nomadland, and I think you said, what did you say?
Father.
The Father, yeah. Which would have been a good bet, but I'd seen Nomadland and I was like, oh, this is great, this movie. Did you say you've seen it, or you're gonna see it?
Yeah, we watched it last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, really good.
What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Do you know, it was like watching. I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
It later. But I did watch it. Yeah, enjoyed it.
And the other the one which I just went too far on is this movie here, which won Best Animated Film, which is the other prediction that we came up with, and we both said Soul would win Best Animated Film because it's always a Disney film. It's always a Disney film that wins. I've never seen Minions hasn't won an Oscar, has it? Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, those kind of movies. No, I don't think they've ever.
Do you know what it is? With the Pixar stuff, there's just more substance than just a cartoon.
Yeah.
For entertainment,
Yeah.
I mean, that's heavy. Get some heavy themes in there. So
it's a weird, because it came out at Christmas, and it's totally not a Christmas movie. It's a fantastic. I really liked it, and you said it's like theme heavy, but it's not a good movie for Christmas. Like they should have. I know that they're
understatement of the year.
Yeah, but it's it's dark parts of it, like the whole bit with 22 walking into the wilderness thing, and
I mean, see that movie when we watched it together, that was our Christmas movie.
Yeah, it was ours as well. Yeah,
which was probably pretty appropriate because 2020 was so bleak.
Yeah. And 2021 is shaping up to be such a great year as well.
Oh yeah. But when I watched it, I thought to myself, Danny's not going to enjoy this, or he's probably sitting with us, through this kind of thing. He has watched this. He's watched that film 5 times.
Really?
By himself. Yeah.
Wow.
He really likes it.
Wow.
I thought it'd be too heavy for him, too adult, too.
There was a bit in it where I was worried that they did this bit where they were in the hospital, and she jumps into the dog or the cat. I can't remember which one.
Cat.
Mr. Tiddles, whatever it is, and then runs after him. And I thought it was going to be this kind of thing where they were going to like jump from person to person to person to person to person. That was going to be the rest of the movie, and they didn't do that. And I was like, oh, that was a bold move, Cotton, because that could have been the whole. Universal would have done that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
100% Universal would have done that.
Elimination would have done that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Disney Pixar was like, no, you get one jump, and that's it. And then the rest of it is getting back into the body. So yeah,
they're bold.
It was
bold.
It was good. It was good.
Yep.
So well worth it. If you haven't seen Nomadland or Soul, I can't recommend them enough. They were great movies. Are great movies. You can still see them. You just need Disney Plus to watch both of them.
Yeah. Well, that was what I was going to say, actually. You had said to me Nomadland was on, so I was like, oh, so it is. I'll watch it. It wasn't on. It was advertised for
what?
the 30th. Yeah, the 30th of April. It came out here in Disney
Really?
Plus. Yeah, so it wasn't actually on when I said a few weeks ago.
Wow.
When you watched it.
Oh, okay.
We could, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to. It was
only,
on over here.
Only just available.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's been some sightings. The new Cassian Andor TV show. They've instead of ruining one village, they've moved to a seaside town to ruin that one. I use ruin very, very sarcastically. Because that one resident that said he didn't like the tractor noises at 2:00 in the afternoon. And then the Daily Mail posts up and goes like, "Yeah, everyone hates them." No one.
There's always one.
I know. There is literally always one. Anyway, so this is it was tiny, but I'll just zoom in a little bit. There you go. So this is where is this? Brighton?
No.
Anglesey?
I don't know, actually. I thought it was abroad. I thought it was like.
Is it?
I don't know. Dear, we should really know these things, shouldn't we?
We should before we look.
A
quiet UK resort. Okay. So this is where is it? Cleveleys, Lancashire. So this is for all of you living in Cleveleys, head on down to the front, and you'll see this. So these are like weird stanchiony things over here, and then there's this pagoda thing, and then there's like vending truck things in the background, and you can see all these kind of, things there. I'm not sure if this looks fairly well embedded here, so I don't know if this is part of. Maybe we should have gone to Google Maps for this.
But a podium statue.
Yeah.
Can you go flick through these? Because sorry, podcaster people. It looks a wee bit kind of. To me, that looks a little bit like the kind of pod race type design.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I guess there's only so many designs that they've got.
I mean, as in like a stadium type thing or something.
But yeah, but the buildings around the pod race.
Yeah.
And so there is, there's a couple of people hanging around, and they've got kind of viewing area bits over there. And then there's this one here, which is.
I wonder how, because there's two productions going on at the same time here. You've got Obi-Wan and you've got Cassian.
Yeah.
So I wonder how can people tell what's what? I wonder.
Well, they can't. They're probably just making it up. Maybe people have asked and said, "Oh, what you're working on?" They're going like, "We can't tell you." And they're going, "Oh, come on, you can tell us." And they're like, "It's the Cassian Andor one." And they're going, "All right, okay, who's that?"
Yeah, they've probably given a Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me. Here's a Ferrero Rocher. All right then.
And then this one was my favorite one, and goes, "What could this possibly be?" That was what they said in the caption under that. What could this possibly be?
Looks like Slinky.
It's a
giant,
untwisted Slinky. Yeah,
on its side.
Yeah, a bit of the Walt Disney the opera house thing they've got in LA. Looks a bit like that. And then this one here, which is Ignore the Bike. This is obviously vendors that they've got. So you can buy your intergalactic ice cream and your blue milk here.
That's right, yep.
I guess. And then you get the pagoda thing in the background.
Obviously, Luke Skywalker likes it straight from the teat, remember?
That's very true, yes. Yes, he does.
That's another story.
Yes. Yeah. I've had blue milk. It was okay.
Yeah.
And then we get intergalactic writing, which is very similar to the writing used on the Simon Pegg's character in Force Awakens. His place to the Arch, very similar kind of style writing for that one. I don't know what language that is. It's not Arabic, it was Arab. That was me talking seal there.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna.
Didn't get it.
I didn't know. Oh yeah, I did get it. Okay, that was good.
Hey.
Give me a second. I'll get the bell. Where's the bell? Oh, I've lost my bell.
Oh, there it doesn't matter.
There you go. You get a wee ding. Because I know you like a wee ding. I'm assuming they're going to digitally remove these 4,000 CCTV cameras that you have everywhere.
Bloody hell.
Look at this.
Jeez, they must have a lot of.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 there.
It's like a Banksy painting.
Exactly, yeah. 4 CCTV cameras. That must be where all the drug dealing goes.
Dodgy place.
Yeah,
really.
Well, dodgy. Did you know? Have you seen the movie The Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yeah.
You didn't like it, did you? But I'm guessing
really.
The way you said that. How can you not like that?
I felt as if I've seen that film 100 times. So I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, good news. They made a sequel.
Yay. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Starring Ryan Reynolds, Selma Hayek, and Samuel L. Jackson. Reprising the roles as the eponymous Hitman's Bodyguard, Hitman, and Hitman's Wife. Yeah, great cast. I think it'll be just as fun as the original one. You don't like it, but I do.
It's all right. I just felt as if I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Didn't get me going.
Talking of Ryan Reynolds, there is a new HBO Max TV series in the works. Green Lantern.
Yes, and it's been cast, hasn't it?
Yep. Finn Wittrock is the guy who's going to play the eponymous hero with the animated suit.
I don't know who he is.
Have you seen Ratched?
Yeah, of course.
He plays Edward.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
Right.
So there you go. Sticking with HBO Max.
I'm probably the only person that liked Green Lantern.
I didn't like it.
We watched it and quite liked it, but anyway.
Yeah. Sticking with HBO Max, they're doing a Blackbeard HBO Max series, and they've cast Blackbeard. It is Taika Waititi.
Right. What cast? They've cast Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's Taika Waititi is to play Blackbeard in HBO pirate comedy series Our Flag Means Death. Hitting the high seas, dreaded pirate Blackbeard.
I am right on board for that. That sounds good to me.
You did there. Been ordered as a series in September 2020, loosely based on the true adventures of Stead Bonnet, a pampered aristocrat who abandoned his life of privilege to become a pirate. So there you go.
That sounds mega.
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
He's very busy. Is he not shooting Star
He's-
Wars movies in the north of Scotland?
Yeah, he's got a
How's
Star
he get
Wars
time for
movie in the
this?
pipeline. He's going out with Rita Ora these days as well. Apparently,
Okay, I don't know who that is.
she's a UK singer.
Okay,
Nice girl.
okay.
Lucky guy. Yeah, it's busy. Bloody hell.
Okay.
She's got other stuff as well. He's got a kind of another What We Do in the Shadows esque thing as well going on.
Oh, is he? Another movie?
Well, he's got a TV series, right, that I've been watching a little bit of, and it's basically a kind of supernatural thing where these it's like police in New Zealand kind of crossed with a kind of police series crossed with X-Files, where they kind of supernatural stuff happens and they go and investigate it, which is quite good.
Okay.
I'm sure he's got a load of stuff in the pipeline. I've heard. Well, he's got Love and Thunder as well. The new next Thor movie.
Well, that's filming in New Zealand or Australia,
Yeah.
somewhere down there.
But God knows when his Star Wars movie is going to be coming out.
2024. Well, I mean, everything's get pushed back anyway. So, I mean, I don't know when the next Star Wars movie.
His Star Wars one looks like it's going to be, from what Kathleen Kennedy was saying, it's going to be like more of a kind of comedic type thing, a different sort of flavour,
different take
than normal.
Yeah,
what we've seen normally with Star Wars. So that sounds interesting as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, the Blackbeard HBO series. I don't know when it's coming out. It was greenlit in September last year. So I mean, it could just be the fact that they're in like pre-production just now. I would have thought something like that. Michael B. Jordan. He's currently got a movie out on Amazon Prime. He's hinting that Killmonger might return for Black Panther 2. I can't see it myself, but he's saying it might happen. Or he's doing that usual one where they ask him the question, they're like, would you like to come back for Black Panther 2? And he's like, oh yeah, it'd be great. So I'm not entirely sure if it's one of those two.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, he died in the first one.
Did he?
Yes.
God, that's a while since I've seen that. Christ. Oh well, I'd say it's not happening then.
I mean, no one's dead forever. I mean, they could bring other people back.
I remember him in the museum and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that. We went to see that in the pictures about, God, what was that? 3 years ago it was out.
Aye, something like that.
And I really enjoyed it when I watched it.
Uh-huh.
But then I saw it again when it came on Disney Plus, and I was like, it wasn't as good as I remembered it.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't up there for me the way that I remembered it.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed it the first time round.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it once. I think I've only seen Black Panther once.
Is that the bit when they have to fight each other in the water?
Yes.
Is that a different character?
That's the one. Yeah.
Was that where he gets killed?
No. It's the bit at the end. They've got this high-speed train. It goes a wee bit DC towards the end, where it's all CGI.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so they have like this huge big like power thing in the like a big fight and there's like these maglev trains going by them at thousands of miles an hour. I don't know. It just seemed a bit silly to me.
Okay, but I kind of vaguely remember it now. Yeah.
But and that's it. That's what we got for news. Unless you've got anything else you want to.
Did you not want to do my Citizen Kane story?
Oh, aye. Sorry, I forgot to add that to the rundown.
This is just a wee quirky one, to be honest with you.
This is finally.
This is the news round wee quirky story at the end.
Finally. Ming Ming, the panda, has given birth. That kind of thing.
Aye.
So you wanna talk about this?
Well, basically, Rotten Tomatoes has now the way that Rotten Tomatoes works with their algorithms and things like that, and conglomerate, and
Algorithms.
whatever. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The way that the
Calculate. Yeah.
critic calculate. Anyway, it's all kind of amalgamated together, and now they're saying that, according to Rotten Tomatoes, Paddington 2 is the greatest movie of all time, surpassing Citizen Kane.
So Citizen Kane has got 99% in the tomato meter, or tomato meter, whatever it is. And Paddington 2 is 100%.
Mm-hmm. But technically, well, okay, you go by, the critical review is 99, but the audience score is 90.
Yeah.
And you go back to Paddington 2, it's 188.
Yeah.
You add those two figures up, Citizen Kane's still number one, is it not?
I mean, that's not how percentages work, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, okay. So in this one, there's 116 reviews there. There's 244 reviews there. Okay, so you're a little bit more accurate on that one. But this is 5,000 reviews at 88%, and this is 100,000 reviews plus to kind of give you that. So that's far more accurate, I would have thought.
There's a major problem here with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
You can write a review and say how much you liked it and what percentage without having seen that movie.
Well, is that not every website that does these things?
And they did that on.
I mean, how do you prove that you like? I used Letterboxd to record what movies I watched, and I put down whether I liked it and I give it a rating. But I mean, who's to say that I have like there's nobody from the Guinness Book of Records with a clipboard.
Yeah, but what you do is you stand outside the cinema when the people are coming out, and that's when you ask them. You don't just let them. Okay. You don't let them. So it's totally
a website. Anyway. Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen Citizen Kane, so I don't know. But I have seen Paddington 2, and that says a lot about me.
I've never seen Paddington 2, so swings and roundabouts, I guess.
So anyway, but
I've seen Paddington 1. It's no Citizen Kane.
Oh, well, you need to see Paddington 2. That apparently is.
Yeah, I don't.
But there was a campaign on when Justice League the Snyder Cut came out, and all the fans went right as a sort of group force because they want something else released or something. I can't remember what it is they want. So they all wrote crap reviews of the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
So that it would get a low percentage in on the viewer score.
Why? Because
it was a kind of protest against something.
HBO.
That Warner were doing to do with Warner's, I think.
Okay.
Or HBO, I can't remember.
Was it because of the copyright strikes? Because I can understand that.
No, that wasn't just us doing it, Sloan.
Okay.
It's other people. But,
worst movie ever made.
So it's like, people doing that.
Yeah,
using
exactly.
it for their own
nefarious
kind of
means. Yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
It's bogative.
However, Paddington 2 is brilliant.
Well, that's a nice segue into this segment. What you watching?
Well, as we said before, we watched Nomadland.
Oh,
and Frances McDormand, obviously Oscar-winning material now, quite rightly.
Definitely, yeah.
Great film. We enjoyed the fact that I don't know who was an actor in that movie and who wasn't an actor, and I know that the main guy, the
David
Santa Claus
Strathairn.
guy,
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He is the man. He's
the nomad.
He's not an actor. He is a proper
he's
guy.
The guy. Yeah, yeah.
He's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and Linda May or Louise May or whatever her name is, the old woman that she's playing Jigsaw with at the start.
Oh yeah.
When she meets up with Amazon.
Yeah.
That she's not an actress either.
Yeah. Yeah. But they fit so well in the movie, and Frances McDormand's interaction with the non-actors and the way that it's all done, it's so natural.
Yeah, it feels almost like you're watching a documentary. Sorry,
it does. No, it does, and that's what we said to each other when we were watching it. We're like, Evelyn said to me, "Is this a documentary?" Yeah. And I was like, "No, but it feels like one. It's so natural." And I've never really seen a movie done like that. I don't think.
No, like I'll give you a bit. Like, there's a bit in it where, so her and the Linda May or Lucy May, whatever her name is, are having a chat about doing something for the park, because they're working part time at an RV camp, and they're the uniform on and all that kind of stuff, and they're delivering lines or just chatting or whatever it is, and this guy comes up and goes, "Hey, my power's off." And she goes, "All right, okay, I'll help. I'll help you fix that. It's probably just a breaker or whatever." And it's just the most natural. It's like that's the bit that blurs, like the bits like that in the movie, not just that particular part, but bits like that in the movie blur the these are lines, these are improv, and this is like just reality.
I just wonder how much of it was scripted, and stuff as well. Because I think most of it must have been scripted, though.
I think some of it was, here's the situation, how would you deal with it in real life? Like the bit where they go in and they're doing the start of the Amazon shift, and then you see them a couple of hours later and they're having lunch. I think all of that is improv. So I think all of that was, here's the situation, what would you do in this?
Aye, it's like the trip. Have you ever watched The Trip between Rob Brydon and Steve Coogan?
I've seen two of them. I think I've not seen the Grease one, which is out on Prime now. I haven't seen that.
So that's pretty much what Michael Winterbottom, that directs it. He basically says, right, this is your starting point. This is your ending point. Do whatever you want to do in between, as long as you do that and do that, do that. Do that and that, but not that. But not that and that.
And this is right out.
And I did say I don't think I've seen a natural film like that before, but that's a lie actually, because Ken Loach does movies like that. It's very kind of kitchen sink type.
Yeah.
Natural. Kes.
Oh, the guy from the Royal Family. He's in them, isn't he? Ricky Tom.
Oh God, he's done so many. God, the guy Timothy
Spall.
The guy from Spall. Yeah, he's been in stuff. Yeah, very natural stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, really enjoyed it.
Cool.
We watched. Oh God, here we go. We watched the Mitchells meet the Mitchells Against the Machines Netflix cartoon that came out on Friday. That's it was the same people that made Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you not say you were going to watch this last week?
Yeah, it only came out though. That I said to you, I know what movie we're watching because we've been looking forward to it because we love Spider-Verse and stuff. And it didn't disappoint. It was very good.
Very nice.
It's all about a family. The machines are it's basically a kind of tech, a family against, not going against tech, but they're literally up against fighting machines type thing. But it is the kind of of it is, stick your phones in a jar while we have a conversation. That is the kind of thing, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. The style's fantastic.
Yeah.
Danny has since watched it 3 times, and it's only came out on Friday, so he loved it.
Right.
Yeah, that was really good. God, I'm trying to think. I've been watching Charlie Boorman. Don't know if you've been watching.
Yeah, I did. I watched the
Aye.
the first one. Oh, never put it down there,
Aye.
but yeah, I can talk about it just now. I watched the
Yeah.
first one where he goes to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and Labrador,
Newfoundland.
and he goes and gets the bit of ice and as a coconut
Yeah,
coat.
puts it in these. Yeah, that's right. Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah. Aye, I've kind of blasted that actually. I'm up to, I think I've nearly finished the first season.
Right.
There's 3 seasons, so and then probably need to blast the other ones that he's got in Prime as well.
Yeah, it looks like he ends up down my neck of the woods at one point, down in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but he doesn't go there, and he goes to Edmonton, but he doesn't stay in Edmonton. He goes because we get Dan and Louisa used to live in Edmonton.
Yeah.
But he gets the plane from Edmonton up north.
Up north.
So he goes along east to the middle
East to
of
west,
Canada, then up north, and then back down to the west.
Right.
So he's kind of see to try and see a kind of overall picture of Canada and the kind of different ways of life.
Yeah.
It's really good, really enjoyable. We watched Rocket Man, the Elton John movie.
Oh, aye.
It's the second time I've seen it. It's on Prime now. It's on Netflix now. I enjoyed that more the second time round. I really enjoyed it at the time, but I said to you, I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody less the second time round. I thoroughly enjoyed Rocket Man even better the second time round. I thought it was fantastic. And I really liked the way it was done. It was really, really pretty clever. The way that they put the song, because the lyrics to the songs are all relevant parts in Bernie Taupin and his life at the time.
Yeah.
So it all makes sense. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
In fact, Paul McCartney is bringing out a book. I think it's coming out for Christmas, or it's maybe, I don't know. And he never wrote poetry, he never wrote a diary or anything like that. But his biography is just based around all the songs, because the songs were things that happened in his life at the time. Very interesting.
Including A Million Holes in Blackburn, Lancashire, which is all about potholes, apparently.
That was John Lennon.
No, I know, but I'm just trying
Just
to try
saying.
and have fun. Did it?
And
you must have watched more.
I know I did. Oh, I know what we watched. We watched. Oh God, what's it called?
Come on.
I would need to look. It's. Oh God. Talk amongst yourselves.
Is it 3 words? First word sounds like.
It's. Oh
We're
God, what's it called? The wellness, something to do with wellness.
Welcome to Wellness?
No. I don't get it.
Wellness, I hardly knew
Don't
you.
worry. Listen, I've been listening to podcasts and watching videos and things. All the professionals do this sort of thing. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Dead air. Okay.
Don't worry. Don't you worry. Here we go.
Talk about what I watched.
Cure for Wellness. Cure for Wellness.
What is that? It sounds vaguely familiar.
It's one of these kind of weird things. It's a bit like Shutter Island type, that kind of thing, where a guy goes to he's a kind of businessman, and he goes to get this other businessman out of this kind of spa place, right? And everybody's like, once you go in there, you don't get out. And he's like, yeah, very good. I'll get this guy out. You know, he's kind of cocky young guy. It's directed by Gore Verbinski, who did Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. It's the lad from it's the boy from The Amazing Spider-Man. Who plays I think Dane DeHaan.
Oh, definitely.
Jason Isaacs is in it. He plays Osborn.
All right. Dane DeHaan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Celia Emery's in it as well.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Celia Emery.
And at the end, we were like, you know, it's one of those ones you're like, right, okay, what do you think happened there? One of those ones.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
I hope that was worth the wait, everybody.
Yes, it was. It was. And what was that on? What service was that on?
Netflix. Oh, and just briefly, God, I did watch a lot this week. A film I've never seen before, and I'm such a huge fan of John Carpenter. And I think this is just on Netflix, but I might be wrong. I watched They Live.
Are you kidding me?
Nah, I am not kidding.
How have you never seen They Live?
It's ridiculous. I know. I'm embarrassed.
It's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies.
Oh,
it is so good.
Yeah,
and it's dark as well. It's not like a happy-go-lucky John Carpenter movie. It's a dark John Carpenter movie, like The Thing type dark.
It's not just dark. It's bloody relevant of today.
Yeah,
it's totally relevant.
Yeah, and it's got the best line in any movie ever.
Is it? I'll be back.
I came here to do two things: to chew gum and to kick ass, and I'm all out of gum.
Have we spoken about this before recently?
Yeah.
Or have you said that recently?
It's my favorite line in a movie. It's so good. Do you know what? That and Escape from New York are probably two of my favorite John Carpenter movies. For two completely different reasons.
Yeah. But the guy, the main actor in that, John Carpenter.
Roddy Piper.
Definitely.
Canadian Liberty.
He definitely went for a look, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to go with a mullet, glasses. Yeah,
Bill.
Do you know what it was? It was he couldn't get Kurt Russell. That's probably the reason why he went with Roddy Piper.
What's he been in?
Wrestling.
Oh, he's a wrestler, right? Okay,
he's a wrestler.
That makes sense.
He was Dwayne Johnson before Dwayne Johnson.
Right, because he's built that tank.
Yes, yeah.
Back then, back then.
Keith David's in it as well. He plays his pal, his construction worker pal. And he's a big lad as well.
Yeah.
And her with the piercing blue eyes as well. She's in it.
Watch that movie. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
I can't believe you've never seen They Live.
Neither can I.
How have you not seen They Live? We did share a house at some point. We did grow up together. How did you not see that? But I did when I was a kid.
I'm watching it thinking, right, I've definitely seen this, right? So I'm watching it going, right, I'm going to remember something. I'm definitely going to remember. Never happened.
Wow.
So
I'm blown away. I honestly thought we'd seen that at some point. I would have sworn blind that we'd seen that together at some point. Because we watched a lot of John Carpenter stuff.
All his movies. Love his movies.
Even Vampire.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
With James Woods.
James Woods.
Yeah.
That wasn't one of his best moments.
I mean, it wasn't his best, but it was okay. Oof. Wow. Watch They Live. It's fantastic. It is really good. It's the reason
relevant.
The reason why I bought Wayfarers.
Totally relevant. Yeah.
You got any sunglasses? Yeah.
See, before you get into yours, can I just have a wee
Sure. I'll pause.
comfort break?
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I watched. I was watching TV wise. I was watching. Well, I guess it's all TV now, but TV wise, I was
Aye.
watching The Circle, which is continuing now. So this is like the penultimate week. So next week is the sort of reveal. Still going strong. Still great. Fantastic show. If you haven't seen it yet, you should watch it. Then for movies, bit of a mixed batch this week. Some great ones, some not so great ones, and some just downright awful ones. We watched last night. I'll start off with the sort of comedy one. We watched Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, again last night, which is on Disney
I
Plus
can't remember if I
of all
liked that or
things.
not.
It's one of those. Don't go in with high expectations. It's not a highbrow comedy, but I'll tell you something. Rob Schneider does a funnier Happy Madison movie than Adam Sandler does. I much prefer him in comedy roles to Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's a great actor. Don't get me wrong, because he's fantastic. I know you don't like the movie, but in Uncut Gems, he's fantastic in that. But yeah,
I
his
hated the
acting
chaos.
is kind of
I
really.
hated the chaos of that movie.
That was
God,
the
man.
genius of that movie. I don't know. I really liked it. Anyway, watched that. After which we watched The Craft Legacy.
The Craft Legacy. What's that?
Yes, it's a Blumhouse production. So Blumhouse
Was
has
that
got
the
a
witch
deal
thing?
with, yeah. So remember the Craft with Veruza Balk and Robert Tunney and two other great actresses that I can't remember the names of. They're witches One of them, Fruza Bolt, goes nuts and decides to be more witchy than the other witches, and then they kind of shut her down and sort of all that kind of stuff. So this is the legacy. This is legacy. It is terrible. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's so bad.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because Sam wanted to watch it because she likes Blumhouse movies, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch a Blumhouse movie.
Did she enjoy it though?
No, she thought it was awful as well. So we basically MST3K'd all the way through it. That was the funny part of it. David Duchovny's in it, and Michelle Monaghan's in it, and it's like you've got these great actors, and you just done nothing with them.
It's funny because sometimes you think to yourself,
the directing's terrible.
If you don't like a film, right? Maybe it's not you're not the audience for it. But if she didn't like it as well, oh dear.
It's for her. It's for teens. I mean, it's for late teens. And this is so bad. Like, there's so many bad lines in it. We watched the trailer first. None of the scenes in the trailer are in the movie. It's almost like it's a completely different movie. I swear to God, it's true. Because there's a bit in it. In the original movie, there's a bit in it where a guy says to them, "Hey, be careful out there. There's a lot of weirdos," and one of them retorts, "Mister, we are the weirdos." And they do the exact same thing in the trailer. And it's in this bright lit street thing. And then in the movie, they're in a forest doing it. It's like, terrible. Don't take a drink every time they say something stupid.
I pick and choose my movies.
You don't know you're doing it. That's why you're doing it wrong. You need to put yourself out there and watch movies that you wouldn't normally watch.
That's true as well. Actually, you're right, because there are some wee gems in there. Unfortunately, you're not getting them.
Unfortunately, I'm watching the Craft. Craft Legacy.
You're picking up a rock, and it's actually a pile of shit.
So then we on Friday night, we watched. That was our movie on Friday. It was Mortal Engines, which is set in a dark dystopian post-apocalyptic universe. Exec produced by Peter Jackson. It was his production company, Wingnut Productions, and it stars some in its daughter. I can't remember. She's an Icelandic actress, and I've seen her before in a ton of stuff, and I don't know what she was in. And the guy from the Umbrella Academy, Klaus from the Umbrella Academy, Robert,
right,
the guy that was in Skins as well. It's fine. I mean, it's okay. There's a lot of where did you get that from? Star Wars. There's the whole thing about. I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's a few movies. I mean,
Maze Runner was very like that.
Yeah. I liked it though. I thought it was good. It was an adventure. I mean, it's a
good
late teen, young adult type movie.
Right.
There was nothing wrong with it. It was very unoffensive. It was. And not that it was bland, but it was good. It was, the action bits in it. There's a couple of bits in the story that didn't quite make sense, so they couldn't flesh them out or whatever it was. And I find that a lot with movies. I think that especially the Craft, where they set out to make a movie and then through time constraints or reshoots or whatever it is, they've got to rush the ending. And it feels a bit like that with some movies. Mortal Engines didn't suffer from that, or not as much. There was a couple of bits in the middle where I thought that it wasn't as obvious to the audience as it might have been, relationships and things like that. But that's okay. You can forgive these things. It was good. It was, I like post-apocalyptic stuff.
I'm going to stick that in my list.
You should stick that in your list.
I think Danny might like that.
I think Danny might like it. There's no swearing, there's no sex, no real violence in it. There's a couple of bits of violence.
Type of film I would like then. I like all those things in my movies.
Where it happens off screen, that kind of thing. It does that thing where it does I'm going to decapitate you, and he chops the guy's head off, and you just see the head hitting the ground, but you don't see anything. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we want to show them those kind of movies because we made a big mistake. We went down a bit of a route to, Terminator 2 and stuff, which
Yeah.
actually isn't that bad, and Aliens, which isn't
Yeah.
that bad. So then we were like, oh, Predator. We'll watch the new Predator. Remember, we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Oh man, it's so inappropriate. It's so bad. It's so.
Shane Black.
Oh, he's so crude, man. It's just so crude.
Anyway, so the storyline
for
storyline for Mortal Engines is in the post-apocalyptic world, they've gone back to like a kind of steampunk type era, and it's a bit. This bit's a bit Python-esque, which just pulled me right in. The cities are now mega cities that run on tracks. And it felt a bit Crimson Permanent Assurance Society to me. And I was like, oh man, it feels a bit Gillingham. Just feels a bit Gillingham. Anyway, but it's
I'm all in if you're saying that about it. I love Gillingham. Love him.
But it feels just a little bit. You know how he basically he dresses people in rags. Gilliam, like he spends ages on that clock in the mantelpiece, but he's like, I'll just put this on, and it's like sackcloth or something like the what's his name, Christoph Waltz in the Zero Theorem or whatever it was. It was like wear a sackcloth, whereas this one felt more polished, like people were wearing uniforms and things like that. So it feels a bit more upper class.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, and funnily enough, I watched the Hamster Factor, which is the documentary about the 12 Monkeys making a 12 Monkeys movie, and everything was fine, but there was a hamster in a wheel not performing because he wanted the hamster to be going in the wheel.
Yeah,
because in his mind that was
the shot,
as much a part of the scene as the acting or whatever, the lighting and everything. That wee hamster had to go.
Yeah.
And that detail was missing, and he was like, do it again.
Yeah. Here's what you should have done.
Performing.
You should have got a little green square of card and put it where the hamster should have been, and then filled the hamster later on, and then green screened it on top of it. But that's what he should have done, but he didn't because he's a perfectionist and he wants everything in. He wants everything has to be practical and all that kind of stuff. And I felt that there was a lot of Terry Gilliam type stuff in Mortal Engines, and
I'm in. That is on my list. Good.
And yeah, it's a good movie. I don't want to oversell it. It's not the best movie ever made. It's fine.
No, I know. I've heard that.
As a sort of as I said, late teen, young adult type movie, and you'll be fine. And the other movie I saw, which I do want to rave about, is I Care a Lot.
Oh man, I've seen that. I spoke about it.
Yeah, that is a great movie. That is so good.
Yeah.
Full of little twists and turns.
Yeah. Do you not think it's like 3 movies in one as well?
It is.
It's almost like a Coen Brothers thing at the start.
Yeah.
Then in the middle it goes into a kind of or the middle or at the end, a kind of crime.
There's a kind of crimey bit, There's a heist element to it as well. Yeah.
Aye. It's a fun movie. Fun movie.
It's a rock and roller coaster of a movie. The other thing, there's bits in it as well that it feels like Glengarry Glen Ross. There's a lot of talking in it, and the talking is all relevant to the story. I feel that there's a lot of like talking that isn't relevant to the story and doesn't move things along. But there's a lot of this movie that's quite talky, and I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was like the dialogue was the people, the actors involved in it were fantastic. What's the name? Rosamund Pike's amazing. Peter Dinklage is just chef's kiss in it. He's so good. He is so good. I love his haircut in it as well. The kind of douchebag swept over to the side haircut, and his big bushy beard.
He's so good, man.
He's fantastic in it. And Diane Weiss.
Yeah. Oh man, I know. Oh man, yeah.
So good. The bit where she's all high on drugs, and she's basically saying to Rosamund Pike, "Bring it on." Oh,
I know.
So good.
Because
You
they
think you've
it's
got
some
me? We've got
wee old
you.
lady.
Yeah.
No.
And it's like,
oh,
nope.
Man, it's so good. So good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I've watched that again actually.
Yeah, really good. And that's it. That's what I watched this week. So yeah, the only movie out of those, so I care a lot, Mortal Engine, Craft Legacy, and Deuce Bigelow that I did not like was Craft Legacy.
That was a good week for you.
It was not bad, yeah. I mean, it all kind of happened. It all came together like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but yeah. I tend not to watch movies through the week. I tend to watch them just before the show. And tonight we didn't get a chance to watch it because it was too late last night to start it. But I'm going to watch Searching with John Cho, which I've never seen. So I'm going to watch that tonight.
Yeah, we're watching. We're watching Flash Forward. He's in.
Oh right, okay.
He's a bit of a douchebag in it, but I've not seen that Searching one actually. He's in.
Was that the
Star
TV
Trek,
show?
Isn't he?
Yeah. He plays
Sulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good show, though. Really great show.
Cool. Nice.
And we've not seen it to the end yet, and we're a bit worried because it was only one season and it must have get cancelled. I don't know why it get cancelled, but
it did really get cancelled. Yeah.
And I'm hoping that there's going to be a conclusion. But it's not going to be like a
cliffhanger.
I think at the end, and season 2 never happens.
Yeah. And then you'll be like,
a disaster.
No. You'll be like.
I will be. Big time. That's worth watching. So definitely.
You'll be like this guy. Let me just share this.
We've got a heckler. Daniel. Come here.
This will be you at the end. This will be you at the end. Episode 22.
There's some heavy acting going on there.
There is.
That's heavy.
That'll be you at the end of season 2. At the end of episode 22. Sorry. If it doesn't end the way you want it to.
Did you say 22 episodes?
22 episodes, yeah.
Bloody hell, you're kidding.
Yeah, it's 22.
Somebody's limb fell off.
It's a full season. Just Bigelow reference there.
Glass eye, spoilers.
Yeah. There's 22. It's a full season, full American season. So that's 22, 24 episodes. So yeah, 22.
Ridiculous.
So did you think it was only like 2 episodes from ending?
Yeah.
All right,
10 episodes.
Oh no. You've got another 12 to go.
Well, right now, Evelyn is on Grey's Anatomy. She's like blasting it.
13 seasons.
13
seasons. Why?
No, I think it's 15 seasons.
Is it? I don't know.
I think so. And it's still going.
I know it's still going.
You know, the show's still going.
People love it.
But it's like 23 episodes per season. I'm like, when I hear that, I'm like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
No.
There are 17 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
17, right? Okay.
17. I remember when it came out.
Wow. Yeah. But she loves it, man. She's like totally loving Grey's Anatomy.
2005.
Mm-hmm. So it came on Disney Plus, and she was like, right, she wanted something to. What was it she was watching before that? It was another one of these kind of things that you can, really get involved in. Lots of seasons, lots of episodes. She's like, right, that sounds like a cup of tea, that. And I was like, not for me.
I can't. I don't have time.
No.
And I don't want to make time because you know there's all these things that are like grabbing for your eyeballs, and there's only so much you can do. Like we're doing on the podcast, we have to watch. We have to do a reaction video to all the things that come out because you know we're gluttons for punishment. So we did Mando, we did WandaVision, did Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we're doing Bad Batch next, and then Loki after that. It's a lot of TV, you know,
and that's just Disney Plus.
And that's just Disney Plus. And we watch them twice as well. So we watch them with our families, and then we watch them again when we do the reaction videos. Spoilers, we actually do that. So it's a lot of TV.
Bad Batch might be the first time we watch it. Bad Batch
is the first time we're going to watch it.
Watch that because I'm going to be working on Tuesday, so first time I watch that will be with you guys, so it might be quite silent.
The first time I watch it will be definitely that because I finish at 5 and we have the broadcast at 5.
Yeah.
So it will definitely be the first time I watch it. So that'll be interesting. Because I know nothing about the Bad Batch. Like I didn't watch any of the well, that's not true. I did work my way through the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars. I don't think I got to the bit with the Bad Batch in it. Yeah, I don't remember them anyway. And there's a ton of episodes in there as well, and it's like I don't know.
Oh, there's millions of episodes of that. I've not been through all that. Must admit.
Yeah, I feel like I want to skip a couple of seasons.
I've been working my way through Rebels a little bit, which is great. That's really great Star Wars.
Yeah, that's good stuff as well.
The Clone Wars,
and it appears
a lot of good stuff in the Clone Wars.
It's got one of these puppies in it as well.
A puppy.
One of these.
Oh yeah.
Troop transport.
Yeah. But I'm buzzing for it's a 70-minute episode, so yeah, it's gonna be good.
Cool.
Cool.
I think that's it for us this week. I think we're done. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash the old like button and share. It really helps the channel, as does subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and you get timely reminders of when we put up a new video. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Jody, you got any final words?
We'll be back on Tuesday with James for the Bad Batch reaction. Be there.
We will indeed.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. And layers. Bye.